Both in the combat and non-combat sectors, it's open now for women, whether it is Army, Navy, or Air Force, and they're opening up in a very big way. The transition is quite remarkable, and recently in 2019. There was the Supreme Court verdict wherein women officers were allowed to serve further for say 20 years or more as permanent commission officers, and until then it was only short service, and we could all feel that sort of a discrimination. We felt that there is discrimination in the way that many things were like there was parity in the kind of pay we were drawing. But definitely, many of us also wanted to go out there and explore the sea and do certain tasks which only were male officers were allowed. So, there was sort of a glass ceiling. Of course, we were well treated and everything, but we just wanted to break that glass ceiling, and women just wanted to go out there, maybe fly as a fighter pilot, or go fight there in the front lines and things like that. So that wasn't about. But to start with, we have now women in combat roles like flying as observers. And also maybe in the army there are people, women officers employed in forward areas, maybe not directly facing the enemies, but definitely out there as support. That one. And non-combatant, there are plenty, like there are education officers, ATC, Air Traffic Control branch, there is logistic branch, there is naval architect, there is basically this. In the Air Force, there is air technical as well, open for women, and of course pilots in say the helicopters, pilots in the fighter aircrafts, like we know Abhi Chaturvedi and the other two women officers were the first to take up that role. And yes, it's remarkable how things in the armed forces are changing so rapidly, and things are shaping up so beautifully that slowly and steadily the glass ceiling is being broken. And I think the time is not very far when we would have women officers as chiefs of the armed forces, like some of the powerful armed forces like US and all are having. So I just hope and just wait to see that day come in our country as well. And it is happening. This government is really supporting, and they think women are also taking up. They're willing. They just want to go up there, and they don't hesitate to take up those roles. So things are changing, and yes, it's very bright. So when I was entering in the beauty pageant as Mrs. So it's quite different when you enter as Miss, and it's different when you enter as Mrs. When you enter as Mrs. India, you are a mother, you are a working professional or a housewife. You have your own specified roles in the families, in your families and your community, and you have to just for some time you have to just forget all that and participate and show yourself as a different and changed version, a transformed person. So for me, how it was different was vis-a-vis other women from other job roles, other education, was that I was in the armed forces, and in the armed forces the culture is different. We don't do pageants, we don't wear heels, we wear boots and we march. We don't do ramp walks, and so we don't do makeup there. and so it was quite different. And for me, it was that change which I wanted to embrace, because now I was coming into this different world from the armed forces. Because armed forces, if you see the way we live, is very close community sort of a life that we live. And suddenly when you have to interact with the other, the people on the other side of the fence, and you don't want to look different. You don't want to be a different person there, and not one of them. And so that one reason why I wanted to join a pageant, participate in a pageant, experience that, was to embrace a different version of my personality, different dynamics there. Plus the interaction which I was going to have with women from all across the world, Indian women especially, from all across the world. We all met in Greece, 150 women, and from all walks of life, some housewives, some architects, some doctors, some teachers, so all kinds of women. And all kinds of challenges that they have faced. Some even have had divorce or other difficulties, single women, single parent, and all that. So when you see their challenges, and when you see how they are, despite their challenges, they're evolving, they're doing better, they're contributing to the world. I mean, that was one thing which was really inspiring there in the beauty pageant. And vis-a-vis, Mrs. India, if I have to tell you, the underlying reason why every woman, Mrs. India especially, comes for Mrs. India is again, like I said, to embrace a change, to transform. And especially what happens is, when you become a mother, you just forget yourself. You don't prioritize yourself there, and your work and your children and everything else around you takes priority but you. So beauty pageant is one thing, especially Mrs. India pageants is one thing which diverts you. It brings your attention to your own self, where you start prioritizing yourself. There are tasks given. You got to be fit. You got to wear, like we had swimming costume around. Some beauty pageants don't have. Some Mrs. India pageants don't have. But we had, and we had to look good in swimming costume. And so we had to had that tough fitness routine, all that. So yes, in a way, it was a very welcome change. Now, in comparison to Miss India, therein, now if I was a 20-year-old woman, I will definitely participate. Again, like I want to change and transform and things like that. But also, I will have a career to look forward to in modeling or acting, or a lot of other avenues that are open for young beauty pageant participants. So you can see all the Miss India's past Miss Indias have been doing great in modeling and acting field, and whereas for women, maybe it will be a second career, or maybe it is just the change that they are looking forward to in their life. So this is how it is different from Miss India to Mrs. India. So yes, and it was very welcome change in my life. The makeup that I have on my face is all thanks to Mrs. India. And now I can, definitely. So yeah, so that's about it.
Okay. Thank you.